Tactical shooters are the new wave, the new battle royales. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'll be talking about that specific topic next week. But I did get to play Shroud's new FPS tactical shooter, Spectre Divide, and I want to talk about it. From the outside looking in, a weird gimmick, but very captivating. Flame078, the normal gamer. Let's talk Spectre Divide. So right up front, the gameplay you're gonna have in the background of this video isn't gonna be that great. I was total buns, like really bad. And it has to do with something I touched on in my Valorant video with my struggles playing on mouse and keyboard particularly. It's just not for me when it comes to shooters. But unlike Valorant, there's no way around it. This is gonna be a PC only game for a bit. But what helped me get into this game more is since I did kind of already start falling in love with Valorant earlier this month, I think I just got captivated by this game much more than I originally anticipated. But before diving more into the game, let me just give you a quick breakdown of what this game is, and then we can talk about deciding if this game is for you. Spectre Divide is a tactical shooter, so gameplay is going to be just like Valorant, just like Counter-Strike, but more so with Valorant considering we have abilities and stuff, but it's a class-based tactical shooter, not a hero type shooter, or how they call it in the game, sponsors. The twist in this game is instead of being 5v5, you get 6v6, but there's only 3 actual players per team. Each player gets 2 bodies that you can control and switch between throughout the match. Each of those bodies get designated loadouts, and that is what makes it unique compared to Valorant and Counter-Strike. Because yes, on the outside looking in, you could probably call it a Valorant clone, a Counter-Strike clone, but it really is not. Once you get to the nitty-gritty of it, it has its own unique identity. And that's Spectre Divide in a nutshell. I originally thought going into this, I thought the 3v3 aspect was something going to dissuade me into really getting into the game, because with less players on a team, obviously if you're learning or you're new or you're just actually bad, it applies more pressure, especially in team-oriented games. But I really didn't get that feeling, and like I opened in the video, I'm pretty bad. The added Spectre mechanic allows new players, bad players, essentially a second chance, giving you a good grace period to really learn the game, but then allows people who can quickly master the game to really carry. The gunplay of the game feels really solid. The abilities the sponsors give you is pretty good. It's a captivating 40-minute match. What also adds to the uniqueness is Spectre Divide is doing something I don't think I have experienced in recent multiplayer titles with their crew mechanic. Essentially the social hub, the clan social hub if you will. But the thing is, it's not player made. You get assigned to it randomly. Each crew can have 60 players, and the goal is to basically climb the leaderboard, and you do so by just playing the game. And it's a weekly thing, so at the end of the week, the top 4 crews move up to the next division, and the bottom 4 get demoted. I think this is a fun, clever way to create social engagement. As someone who's an avid solo queue player and has solo queued games for basically most of my adult life, it can be hard to break those solo queue habits. And the crew, I feel, is a great way to kind of ease those players into being more social, especially since teams are only made up of 3. It kind of reminds me, if it plays out ideally, thinking back of how middle school, elementary school was during recess or gym, where you kind of just got grouped together with random people, but then if you had a good sport like dodgeball, kickball, you kind of got weirdly competitive, and then you bonded afterwards in your classes after that. It felt like that. So I'm excited to see if this is going to bring out a healthy social climate. So now to answer the question if this game is for you. Surprisingly, as of recording this video, Spectre Divide is going to be launching September 3rd, so literally a week from now. And I, as the normal gamer, I give this game a stamp of approval because it's fresh, it's nice, the gameplay is solid, but as you guys know, I talk about this from the normal perspective, the normal gamer. This is another decision you're going to have to make. Just like Valorant, this is a high effort buy-in game, and if you're just used to Call of Duty brain rot, this game may not be for you. It's not a high octane game, but nonetheless, if time is your enemy, which for most normal gamers it is, this is something to consider. For me personally, I'm unsure if I can do 2 tactical shooters at the same time, because I've been loving my grind on Valorant so far, and I do enjoy the gameplay. And that's why next week I'll be talking about tactical shooters in a more broader sense, because I've been playing Battle Royales for the last 5 years, but my urge to play them has died basically this year. So for me, this is a trade-off I'm willing to take. Let me know in the comments down below if you're willing to do the same. My only final note, please, Shroud, for the love of God, don't let Spectre Divide fall into what the other 2 big tactical shooters are doing. Oh my God, can you please be the first tactical shooter to not be total buns, total ass in this regard? Please don't be scummy with your monetization. I hate the culture that's been cultivated by the tactical shooter player base because of Valorant and Counter-Strike. I genuinely do. It's completely unacceptable. It's gross. Please, just have fair monetization. Other than that, Spectre Divide is exciting. I cannot wait for the launch. Flame078, the normal gamer. Until next time, adios.